this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of the soul group that are most definitely helping us back into our divine unions. And this is part 3 of today's message. So I do divine love healing. I can connect to your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to put yourselves on the highest path. So messages from your higher self, your twin's higher self. And really it's about leaving anxiety, worries, and moving more into your heart space. As well as that, I give you a 3-card angel read and a guided mantra. When you repeat that, it uplifts your energy and moves you more and more and more into your heart space. As well as that, I do a crystal grid where you receive pieces of rose quartz, which I infuse with the energies of the Holy Fire Reiki. And also, when you receive the rose quartz, if you meditate with that and have the intent to send unconditional love around the planet, it's all about grounding the spiritual connection into our physical. And it's all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together around the oak tree for eternity. So it's about really grounding, using the crystal energy and the tree energy to really bring spirituality into our reality. And so I just have to share this because this is so cool. So I posted a video this morning about the song which had come through, which is called The Words, and it's by Christina Perry. And in that, it's all about being able to speak your truths, opening up what your heart really wants to say. Now, I've just read somebody's comment who they made about the video. And in it, she says, I've been also mentioning that I watched the series Once Upon a Time, and I've recommended that because that is basically fairy tales that get played out in this lifetime, and different things happen depending on your past lives. So completely, it is literally full of messages, that program. Anyway, none more so than this, because this is utterly brilliant. So the song that came through was The Words this morning. Now, the episode of Once Upon a Time I watched yesterday was when Captain Hook confesses his undying love for the saviour of this programme, who is called Swan. No twin flame references there, right? Now, Captain Hook obviously has had a checkered past, but that's why I've chosen this picture, because without the dirt, you never get the oyster, and you are the pearl that grows out of the oyster, right? So it's all of you, it's every single part of you that makes you beautiful. You don't want to clear away, basically, it's every part of you that makes you unique and the person that you are. So you have to love all of you and be naked and be, completely what's the word? You have to have self-love, right? Anyway, so Captain Hook, again, this is brilliant, because Captain Hook in the episode I watched confesses his undying love, but he has to do it over the phone, and he does it on voicemail, and he basically says that he has messed up and that he's made loads of mistakes, but it's her he truly loves, and he's done everything that he can to get her. Now, remember that the message this morning was about patience. Now, there are something like there's probably like 24 episodes in every single series. This is in series 4. I think it's series 4 that he's finally confessing his dying love for her, right? So, not only that though, but in the actor that plays Captain Hook apparently is the actor that plays the guy in the song The Words that came through this morning. So I was like, I thought when I was watching the video, I was thinking, oh, you're hot. Where have I seen you before? Anyway, and then somebody made a comment to say he is Captain Hook in Once Upon a Time. So you know what? It just gets more and more brilliant. It honestly does get more and more brilliant. I was just out walking and I did a meditation against a tree. And I always feel my twins' energies like intertwine around me when I do that. But what happened today is that happened at the beginning, and then I felt his energy go in. I looked and he was like, look up. And I looked up and he was sat in the tree up above me, and he let down a ladder. And it made me think about this thing about that they have been, you know, I definitely know that my twin kind of knew first, you know, was very tuned in right at the beginning. And then it made me think about different things that have happened along our journey because, and just to share a bit, because it might help some of you. When we went into, when I said I can't see him anymore and I went off to a different country and did Reiki every day, when I came back to get in contact with him, I was guided to get in contact with him again. And when I did, I told him that I had this, you know, my guidance. I'd said that I'd gone to Reiki, and since then I'd had this voice in my head, and I thought I was going crazy, but actually no. And he looked at me and he said, no, they're just there. He said, what did he say? He said, he's there to help you. And I looked at him and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what he's there to do. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet that he said that. And so I was just like, oh. Anyway, so that was the first thing. And then after that, basically, he then has made so over the years, he has then said a few times, like he said, it's written in the stars. And he's also said once, when are you going to save me? And he has, obviously then he's never sort of mentioned it, so I've never mentioned it since either. But it's just made me think that there is definitely, they know, right? They know. It's just about whether they can move out of fears and all of the barriers that they put in the way to shut themselves off, like being in relationships that aren't fulfilling and, you know, all of the stuff that they have to learn, right? Because it's all a part of growth. And that's why, again, this journey is so amazing, because it made me think, you know what, if I compare to what I was doing like a few years ago, I'm so grateful that this journey has happened this way, because he's taught me so much. And now doing this channel and having all these incredible connections, and now especially